Hi everybody, so today we are going to be having some fun rolling around the mat and just working different types of muscles in different types of positions. Let's start with a warm-up and then we're going to get straight into our full body Pilates workout. Let's start seated in the center of our mats, and I want our feet slightly larger than shoulder width apart, bringing our arms into a T position. Let's take a deep inhale, and as we inhale we're rotating the body to the left hand side and then exhaling, reaching forward to that outer opposite toe of that foot, and then coming back to center and changing direction to do that same thing. And as you can see, while I'm moving, I'm internally rotating that back hand as we go down. And let's do one more on each side. After this one, deep breath in and exhale, extend forward, inhale back to center, exhale, come back to starting point and reaching forward, slowly back up and changing back to center, bringing arms out in front of you, pointing those toes, deep breath in and exhale, reaching forward towards those toes, chest to knees, deep breath in, exhale, rolling yourself all the way down onto the mat, extending arms overhead, reaching as far as you can and slowly bringing those arms back to center, just making sure that you are in the center of that mat. Let's lift right leg up into tabletop, then left leg. We're going to interlace our hands comfortably behind our head, and we are going to just make sure we have that deep core activation before we begin, and take note of the movement. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale we're lifting head, neck and chest off the floor, slowly coming back down into straight leg lower, then back to center and lifting back up. That's one, and lower, and just go as far as you feel comfortable. You don't want to have an arched back as you lower back to center and lifting up. And if you want more of a challenge, you can keep those legs extended, lifting up and lower and back up into that crunch. And let's do 6 more. That's 1 and 2 and 3, keeping core tight, 4 and 5 and 6, keeping those legs where they are, bringing arms overhead. If you want to, you can bend those knees into tabletop, lifting head, neck and chest off the floor and pushing that air into the ground. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, 2, 3. So we're inhaling and exhaling as we're counting. Keep working, keeping that core tight, and let's go for another 20 more seconds. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bending those knees and hugging those knees towards your chest. Very nice. We started off with a big bang. Let's place both legs back onto the floor, lifting our legs up towards the sky, doing that pelvic curl, peeling one vertebra off the floor at a time as we lift those hips towards the ceiling. Let's lift that right leg off the floor, extending it up towards the ceiling. So our movement goes as follows. We are going to lower that leg, lift it back up into hip drop. That's 1 and 2. And remember, we are moving the direction of our toes towards the direction that our leg is going. So pointing as we go down, flexing that ankle as we go up. And making sure that we are really pushing through that glute. We are wanting power through that glute as we're working. Let's do 3 more. And last one. Back up, flexing that ankle into little pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly keeping that leg where it is. We're just going to drop those hips back to the floor, extending that left arm onto the floor, and we're going to turn ourselves over into a side lying position, lifting ourselves up into a side plank. and lifting that right arm. So we're lying on our left hand sides, lifting that right arm up towards the ceiling. And again, it's a hip drop into toe tap. That's 1. Keeping that core tight. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Keep going. 8, 9 and 10. Back up into little pulsations with those hips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into little pulsations with that leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that leg down and turning over onto your back. Taking a deep breath in, lifting yourself up into that pelvic curl position, and now lifting that left leg off the floor into that tabletop, extending it up towards the ceiling, and we are lowering it down, lifting up into hip drop. That's 1. Keep working, pushing your weight into those shoulders, but not straining that neck while you're working. Slow and controlled movements, feeling that activation into those glutes. Keep working. Remember to flex and extend that ankle. And let's do 3 more before we do our little pulsations. And last one. And lifting up, leg to ceiling, and little pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly dropping those hips, keeping that leg in the air, extending that right arm overhead and leaning over, bringing yourself into a side plank position. Now lifting that left arm up towards the ceiling, either bent behind your head or extended into our toe tap into hip drop. That's 1. Keep going. Feel that burn. Let's push through. Keep going. We've got 4 more. 8. Keep going. And 9. And 10. Let's push through. Feel that burn into those little hip pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now flexing that ankle into those hip drops for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that leg down, slowly turning over onto your back. And placing right knee over left knee, hugging those ankles towards your chest, allowing those glutes to stretch out. And slowly changing over and placing left knee onto right knee and hugging those ankles towards your chest. And last little sequence of the day, we're going to lift both legs into tabletop, bringing those knees away from each other, interlacing our hands behind our heads, and we are going to lift head, neck and chest off the floor as we draw our knees towards our elbows, then slowly lowering slightly, not all the way down, into double leg toe tap. And that's 1. Keeping core tight. 2, 3, 4, keeping that core tight, don't arch that back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3, keeping head, neck and chest off the floor And extending those legs slightly, bringing arms towards your sides, palms facing the ceiling. We're going to bend our heels towards each other and then back. That's 1. And just come into contact with those heels as we're working. 3, 4, and 5. Keep pushing. 6, 7, keep going. 8 and 9 and 10. And slowly coming back to center, keeping those heels together. We're just going to do little pulsations, lifting that head, neck, and chest for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hugging those knees towards each other, then towards your chest. And extending that left leg as you hug that right knee towards your chest. And allowing that heart rate to slowly come down. Let's slowly rotate that knee outwards. Place both hands on the outer ankle of that right foot. And then just pushing your elbow into that inner part of that knee to externally rotate that knee as we're holding. Slowly drawing that leg down as you lift and bend that left leg, hugging that left knee towards your chest. Now slowly placing both hands onto that outer part of that ankle, placing your left elbow into that inner part of that right knee and opening that knee away from the body. Slowly extending that leg back onto the mat, extending arms overhead. Let's take a deep inhale as we lift head, neck, and chest off the floor, and exhale as you lift yourself up into seated. I hope you enjoyed rolling around the mat with me today, and I hope you enjoyed that video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.